what does if else do? What would you tell? What does if else do? Quickly.
If
If
the
the one
condition is
statement will
true,
execute.
it
Yes.
executes a set of statements.
Okay.
Else
Under
it
where?
executes another
Under
set of
where?
statements. If it's not
Under where? What do you call those set of statements
clause,
precisely?
clause,
Clause.
So if the condition is true, it will execute which clause?
If clause.
If
if
clause,
clause,
If
If the condition is
clause.
false, it will execute
else clause,
Else clause.
else clause.
the else clause. Yes. So we have seen those two set of conditional statements. Remember, so do not get what do you tell confused, because it's not the point to get confused, or I don't know. You should not give me that answer. And there is an alternative name also given to if else. As I told you, it is called as alternative execution. Remember, in exams they may ask you. Okay, so today's class we will see two set of conditional statements. One is elif statement, the other one is nested if else statements. Okay, only four we have. We have seen two earlier, simple if else. These two see in today's class. Okay, what is this elif statements? I suppose you are new to this keyword elif. Okay, but you are not new to the operation. Keyword is new, but operation is old to you. Let us see what is elif statement. So the elif statement is a one which follows an if, okay, or another elif statement. So under if, so even remember, else doesn't come individually. It is not a standalone operator, standalone statement. It always comes with if. Similarly, elif also comes with a if, follows after a if, or it can follow after an elif statement. Okay. So what is this elif doing for me? It provides another condition that is checked only if any of the previous conditions were evaluated as false. So usually your if and else, normal if and else, has how many conditions? Only one condition. But using elif, I can give many conditions to be checked. Okay, it provides an option to be giving me another condition that is to be checked if any of the previous conditions were false. Okay, so in code, whatever in Python we write, an elif is basically a keyword in Python, which is a replacement of else if. So I hope you would have used else if in all your programming languages like C, C++, Java. So else if is same as to elif. Okay, syntax is different, that's all. So when you have a program where you have to execute on multiple conditions, one condition if else, but you have to check multiple conditions, then we use elif. Okay, so elif is similar to else if to place an other condition in the program. Understanding, or in the if statement, I can tell. Okay, so this elif statements are given an alternative name called as chained conditional statements. They are called as chained because several conditions to be executed. So it is like a chain. First condition is false, go to second condition. Second condition is false, go for which condition? Students.
So
Third is false, go for fourth. Fourth is false, go for fifth. Goes on. So you have a chain of conditions to be executed using elif. Okay? Understanding? So it's called as a chained conditional. So now, how do you write this elif statement? Very simple writing is also. So first write the elif keyword. Okay? Followed with that a condition. So you all know that flow control statements, there are two elements. One is the condition, the other one is the clause. Yes or no? So first write the keyword elif, okay, not capital A, small e, followed with the condition. which will be an, what is the condition usually? What kind of a condition you give? What is the condition usually? Students.
That evaluates to Boolean
Yes,
value.
it's a Boolean expression, either it evaluates to true or a false. After writing the condition, as usual, you should put what, students?
Colon.
Colon. After writing the colon, you should write the elif clause. What is that elif clause? Is nothing but an indented block of code. So you should give indentation, then the block of code which you have to execute. Is that clear, students? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now let's go for the syntax. All right, very this thing that even sometimes even CS and IS students fails to write. Earlier it was open elective. We used to have other department students coming and writing taking up the subject. Sometimes they write, but our branch students will fail to write. So you should not lead into such aspect. Okay, the syntax goes like this. It always comes with a if, yeah. This is not a standalone control flow. Okay. First you will have if condition 1, and this is your if clause. Okay. Indented. Can you see the indentation? Next followed with that elif. Next condition 2. The statement block 2. Then you can again have elif here. Condition 3 goes on. In between you can have enormous number of elifs, no restriction. That's why I've given here at the end. Can you see? Elif condition n. So I can have how many conditions, elif statements? Enormous number of elif statements. How many elif statements I have here in this example, in this syntax?
2.
N
Number of.
And this thing correctly, see correctly, condition 1, condition 2, condition n. How many elif statements I have? Elif.
N minus 1.
Minus 1, because first condition is corresponding to if. So I can have n minus 1, any number, no restriction. Okay. Then followed with that, I can even have an else block, no restriction. This else is optional. You may give, you may not give. If you give, what happens? We will see. If you don't give, what happens? We will see. Never mind. So else, follow the else clause. Okay. Now just tell me, how will it execute? Say, I'll give the corresponding values. If the condition 1 is true, which block will be executed?
Block 1.
If.
Okay. Yes, the if condition is true, it will execute statement block 1. Good. Next scenario. Say for example, condition 1 is evaluated to false. Where does the control go?
Condition 2.
LF.
It goes to elif, evaluates which condition?
Condition 2.
2. Okay. So as per your knowledge, you are telling condition 1 is false. It will go to condition elif, condition 2 it evaluates. Say for example, condition 2 is also false. Where does the control go?
Condition 3.
Yes. So I have told you here I have elif statements. Okay. So it goes to elif condition 3. Say for example, it evaluates condition 3 is true. What will it execute?
Block 3.
Block 3.
Executes the clause of the condition 3.
3, yes. So anyways, I have not named it. By default, as per the example, it is block 3. Fine, good. Now, say for example, I will check all the conditions. Okay. I am at this condition level. Which condition? I am at condition n. So when do I reach condition n?
When all the previous conditions
When previous
are
conditions
evaluated
are
for
false.
These are false. So I will come to condition n. Say condition n is true. What will I execute?
Block n.
Block n. If condition n is also false, what will I execute?
Else clause.
Else clause.
Else. Okay. Now just tell me, in the same scenario, if else block was not there, what will happen?
It comes out of the
I mean, yes. So what does it do? It will just comes to know that the interpreter, all the conditions are evaluated to false. I don't have any statement block to be executed. It will continue with the rest of the program. So else block in LF is optional. Depends on you want, you give. Either you don't want, don't give, left to you. Okay? Am I clear with this, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And remember here, you can see the conditions are checked one by one sequentially. Very important. How do we check first? I'm sorry, the interpreter. It checks condition 1. Next, which condition? Condition
Condition 2.
2, then 3, then 4, then 5 goes on. Never it will go to some condition in between, isn't it? See, sequentially it goes. If any condition is satisfied, means to say it is evaluated to true, the respective statement block of the clause will be executed and further conditions are not checked. Remember, very important. So for example, condition 2 is evaluated to true. Will it check condition 3?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
It will just come out. It will just come out of that flow control statement, not required. Condition 2 is true, it will execute that respective block. It will not continue with the rest of your conditions. Okay, very important that. And note that else block is not always necessary. Depends on your usage. Right? Okay. The flowchart goes like this. You can see this is the entry point where the flow control comes here, checks the condition 1, right? If the condition 1 is true, can you see? It will execute which block, ma?
Block 1.
Block 1.
After executing block 1, it comes out, goes to your rest of your program. Are you seeing this? It comes out, goes to the rest of your program. Suppose if condition 1 is false, I get a false. Then where does the control go?
Condition 2.
Condition true.
The condition
Again,
2.
is 2. Yes. So it will execute, it will evaluate. If it is 2, then it will execute which block, ma?
Block 2.
And comes out.
Block 2.
It will not go for checking condition 3. Remember, no, it will not go for checking condition 3. It just comes out. Similarly, it goes on. When do I get condition n? When do I reach condition n? When the previous condition got evaluated towards students. Yes. All the previous conditions is evaluated to false. Can you see? Here, everything evaluated to false. I come to condition n, right? And I will evaluate condition n wherein it is true. If it is true, execute the block n. Yes, as per the syntax. If the condition n is false, what does it do? Students? If the condition n is false, which block it will execute?
Else statement.
Else block. Yes. The else block will be executed, which is statement block n+1, which I have named in my syntax. You can now see all the conditions evaluation based on its value of true. And the last one, which is the value of false, control comes to the rest of your program. So it will not execute all the conditions. One condition will be, based on the condition, one particular block or the clause will be executed. Is it clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
So syntax and syntax is very important. You should know. Okay. Small example we have taken. Program to find largest among 3 numbers using elif. Can anybody guess the logic? Okay. What are the different possibilities you have? When I ask you to find largest among three numbers, what are the different possibilities you will have? Answers, output. Friends?
One using the keyword maths.
No. I'm asking the output pa. Output. See, if I give three numbers, what could be the different
Either
possibilities?
one of the three numbers, ma'am.
Yes, either the first one is larger, or either the second one is larger, or either which is larger? The third one. Now, I'm asking you to find using ELIF only. Why? Because there are more than two possibilities. See, only two possibilities means which flow control operator, sorry, statement you will use. Only two. If else.
If
If I ask you to find largest of two numbers, if else is enough, right? A greater than B, A is larger, else B is larger. But when you have different possibilities, more than two possibilities, we always opt ELIF. Okay. Can anybody guess the logic of that? Okay, given three numbers, how do you check first one is the larger? How do you know?
If the first is greater than the second and third,
Okay. First
return
number should be greater than the second as well as greater than the third. So first is larger. Next. One possibility. Second possibility, how do you find? It's
in the
telling
same way, if second is larger than the first and third,
first and the third. Okay. Then how do you get the third possibility?
you can just give an else.
Else, isn't it? Right? So because first one is not larger, second one is not larger means obviously third is the larger. That's it. Okay, let's see how do we perform that. I am reading the first number. I hope you know what is this doing. I need not have to tell you now. Then I'm reading the second number using input function and type conversion function. I'm using the third number, sorry, reading the third number using again input and the conversion function. Okay. Tell me, what should I write next? Quickly. If
A is greater than B and A is greater than C.
yes. So let us now assume all the three numbers are different values. I have just assumed that in my mind and given the condition like this. Can you now see the condition? If A greater than B and what kind of operator is this, students?
Logical.
Logical operator, okay, or you can also tell it's a Boolean operator. A greater than C. So so you all know that and will work in how? If this is true, the left operand and the right operand, both are true, it is true. Otherwise it is false, you all know that. Then followed with the colon. Can you see the colon there? Okay. The next statement. What is the block that I write? What is the clause that I write?
Print A is largest number.
Okay, so I'll print A is greater. Only one statement. So you should take care how to indent it. Next, what do I write?
Elif greater.
So where should I start elif? Okay, where should I start elif?
Below it.
Okay, so below if. So you should take care. The programmer has to take care how to write. Maybe in the PPT it might look slightly towards this side, but it should be below if. Remember that. What's the next? What is the condition for elif? What is the condition for elif?
B is greater than A and B is greater than C.
Why is this while typing I have made mistake, is it? Sorry. 1 second. Is the condition correct? It's wrong, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
While typing I have made a mistake. Sorry for that. B is greater to A and B is greater to C. Yes. So, if B is greater to A and B is greater to C, then print what? B is greater.
Greater.
Okay. What's the next one?
Else.
Else.
Else. Okay. You still want to write elif? You feel that you want to write elif again? Or
No,
No, ma'am.
C greater than A and C greater than B, not required. So you can write. I'm not telling you cannot write. You can still write, but not required. You all know, you know that if the two possibilities are not working, right, the third one will be the answer. So else, oh sorry, print C is greater. Yes. Okay. Am I? You're clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
So it depends on the programmer, right? And the program too. Next, let us see the output. So I give the first number as 10, second number 25, third number 15. Okay. Tell me the flow of control. How does the control go? Till here it is what? Till here it is what, students? What is the control till here?
Sequential.
Sequential. So till here,
Sequential.
sequentially. Okay. How does this, after that, what does it do? With respect to this example, if I talk, what will it do? How does it move?
First, it checks for the if condition.
Okay.
The
Checks the
first one,
condition
A
whether 10
greater
is
than
greater
B,
than 25
evaluates
and
to
10 is
false.
greater than 15.
Okay. Will it
No, ma'am, it checks only for one. A is greater than B. That it evaluates to false. So it will skip the whole if clause and it will come to the elif.
Okay. It remember your Boolean operators. Very good. Whoever has answered, because I cannot see the names here. Okay. So it performs short circuit evaluation. So you all know that in AND, if the first one is false, the entire expression remains false. You can see A greater than B. A is what for me? 10. B is 25. So nowhere 10 is greater than 25. It's less. So it evaluates to false. Henceforth, the entire if condition will be evaluated as what?
False.
False.
It will not. It will not evaluate the students. It will not evaluate. No, right? It will not evaluate. So it will come to where? Next. This is now false. Where does the control
Else.
goes to? elif? So in
Elif.
okay, tell me how does it execute?
It will check B greater than
It will
A.
check.
That will be
Yes,
true.
B is
Greater
greater
B
than
is
A. Yes, since the first expression is true, definitely it has to check the second one because we don't know. So if second one is also true, answer is true, isn't it? So it will check B greater than A, yes, and B is also greater than C, yes. So it prints B is greater. Yes or no, students?
Yes, ma'am.
And will it execute else block?
No, ma'am.
No, if I have written any statement below else, say for example, I wrote print end. Okay, I have not given here. If I give print end, so what is my answer at this case?
B is greater and then end.
Okay, will it print B is greater for this output? Sorry, for this input.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Will it print
Like
B? B is
25 is
greater.
greater.
Yes, so it
It
will
will
not
print
see.
22.
If I would have given B in double quotes, it will print B is greater, but I have not given B in double quotes. I have separated my outputs. What do you call the arguments? Print B comma is greater. So B is a variable. So it will fetch the value which is present in B. Understanding? So what does it print? 25 is greater. Provided if I had given here end, it will print end. Okay, it will just give end here. Are you getting, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. That's all about elif. So you have several examples are there. You can practice one or two. Even I'll also do it here. Okay. The next is nested if else. Okay. So rather than telling nested if else, I would like to tell nested conditional statement. So you can have nesting. What do you mean by nesting? What do you mean by nesting, students?
One condition within the other.
One condition within the other. So you can put, suppose say I have only if. So inside if, I can write if else. Understanding? Inside if, I can write if. Not a problem. So it depends on the programmer. So nesting inside and any conditional statement, you can write any type of a conditional statement. Okay. Only one example I have given here. We can write if-else statement in another if-else statement. One simple example which we call it as nesting. And such kind of conditional statements we call it as nested conditional statements. So there is no syntax for this because nesting depends on what? Should I
Number of conditions.
number of conditions, or it depends on the program that you write, depends on your logic that you perform to write the program, depends. It entirely depends on your concept of viewing the program solution, isn't it? So one flowchart I have just given, just looking at the flowchart, you just tell me the code. Okay, code in sense, how is it nesting done? Just look at this and tell me. Entry point, okay? Can you see, ma?
If you have one condition, say if condition,
Condition 1,
it evaluates to true. Then we have
yes.
another nested condition 2 below that.
Yes.
And then if the condition
What kind of conditional statement you have below if when it is evaluated to true? It is simple if else, sorry, or elif. What do you have?
you can take
If
an-
else.
No, here, in this example. In this example, students.
If else.
if else.
If else, okay. Let me try to write. Okay. Okay. So as you said, if condition 1 colon. Okay. If this is evaluated to true, inside that what do I have?
If else.
Condition 2.
I have condition 2 under if else. So if condition 2, then true is there, I execute statement 1. Yes, if false I have given. So statement 2. So if false, what should I write here?
Else.
Else.
Else block. Okay, though it is not legible, I think you can understand. Statement 2. Okay, so you can now notice inside the if you have one if else. Okay, then coming on to the outer if the condition is true, this is the clause to be executed. Remember, this is the clause to be executed, which is again an if else. Okay, if the condition 1 is false, what should I do?
Else
Statement 3 is executed.
Else, yes, good. Else, statement 3. Look at the indentation now. So statement 3 should be under this indent, right? Right. Then, once either of one, statement 1 or statement 2 or statement 3, either of one will be executed in our case, isn't it? Yes, and you can see all will fall at a particular control point, and the rest of the program is what now? Statement
X and next statement.
Executed sequentially.
goes on. So you can now see here the if else is present as a part of if clause. Yes, no doubt you can have simply if, that's also allowed. You can also have if elif also is allowed, and no doubt here inside else also you can have if else. Anything, it depends on your program. Are you understanding, students?
Yes, ma'am.
So one program I want to tell you. the program is to find the eligibility for marriage. It's one of your actually exam programs, so I just took that based on the gender. Okay, so what I'll do is, if the gender is male, I have to check the eligibility for the marriage. Okay, if the gender is female, I have to check the eligibility for that particular marriage for the female candidate. Right. You all know the eligibility for marriage for male. How much above years he should be?
21.
21, greater than or equal to 21, hopefully. And for a female candidate, it is 18, isn't it? Let us now program it. Let's see how we can program. Okay, what are the inputs right now?
Age.
First, I'll
Male and female
I'll ask the
age.
first to enter the gender. Based on the gender, I will check the validity or check the what do you tell? What is that? Yeah, validity for marriage. Okay, fine, whatever it is, fine. The next is age. Fine. So I assume that in my program, when I am entering only, okay, so the age here, or sorry, so the gender here, for male, I will enter M, and for female, I'll enter just F. That's all. Okay, it's a single character. Fine. Next, I'll enter the age. You can just see now, here I use type conversion, here I don't use, because gender, I want it in terms of string only, isn't it? Okay. Can anybody guess how do I write the program? Based on the gender, I should check the right age. After reading the gender or checking the gender, I should check whether he is ready for marriage or not based on his age. Okay, tell me how do I do it? First, what should I check? Student.
If gender is equals to
Yes. If gender double equals to M, because he may enter something, but for me, he should enter capital M only. Okay. So if gender is equal to M, either you can give single quotes or double quotes, no harm. Then the colon. Yes. So now what should you do? Suppose if the gender I enter is M, what should I do in this case?
Check the age. If it's below 21, we check. Above 21.
Okay. Okay. So inside this if, what should I write?
If.
Another only if, simple if else, because two alternatives are there. If he is above 21, he is eligible. Below 21, he is still not eligible. Isn't it? Two conditions are there. Two possibilities are there. Okay, there is an indent. Can you see there? There is one indentation. If, check the age. Age is greater than or equal to 21 colon. Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what should I print if his age is greater than 21? Print his?
Eligible.
For marriage.
Okay,
Eligible for
so
marriage.
print that boy is eligible for marriage. Yes, he is eligible. And you can see here the indented block, because this is a block to be executed only if what are all true. This block will be age and
gender
is as per our requirement. Next, what should I write?
Else.
Else. Else, where should I write? Below this if or this if?
Exactly below
Second.
that.
Below
Second
the
if one.
second if. So I should write else, because when you are typing the program, this indentation will be given by the interpreter automatically. But removing, you should take care. Decreasing the indentation, you should take care. Isn't it? So else, block with a colon, what do I print?
Boy not eligible.
Boy not eligible. Okay. Over. Next. What will I print? What is the next statement? Can anybody guess?
Else statement.
Okay. So you're telling me else, suppose while typing, okay, I will enter G by mistake. Then what will I do? If you give simply else, if I print G also, I wanted M and F only. But if I type G or if I print K, type K, I mean sorry, input K, will I get the right answer?
No,
I
ma'am.
give.
No.
Yes, what should I give here?
LF.
LF. Because user can enter anything. See, as such, I have not given him enter M for male, enter F for female. No. Okay. I have not given it intentionally for you to give me the answer. That's it. Okay. Then don't tell me, ma'am, your program is wrong. You can give the message. Right? Usually, you see, when you give passwords, when you create passwords, they'll give you hint, right? Like your password should contain lowercase letter, one special symbol, one digit. Like that you can give, but intentionally I have not given that. Next. What's next, ma? Next statement.
LF gender
LF
equals
gender equal to
Gender
F.
F. Gender equals to F. Similarly, you will do it for a girl candidate. Okay. Age greater than equal to 18. She is eligible. Else she is not eligible. Correct? Correct, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Should I write else or I don't want else in this case? I think only two conditions, na? Should I write else?
Optional, ma'am.
Okay, no, in this program, should I write else? Optional?
No, ma'am.
No. Suppose if I give G and K, I should tell the user
Ma'am, along with else, we can tell that enter a valid option.
valid age, or I can just give a message else invalid gender. Means whatever you have entered is not according to my program. Are you understanding, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ma'am.
So now,
Yes, ma'am.
oh, is it nested? It is nested.
Yes, ma'am.
See,
Yes, ma'am.
outer I have used elif. Inside that I have used nested if else. Nested if else. Like this. It depends on your program. Right? How you can do it. Okay. Is that clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there are certain programs I want you people to try. One or two I will also try it here. All are simple ones, but you have to do it on your own. Okay. And I think I'll do first and second one. And I think I'll do the last but one. Okay. The programs are like this. Entered by the user is negative, positive, or equal to 0. So get a number from the user, check whether the number is negative, positive, or equal to 0. You just tell me which conditional statement should I use for first one.
else if, ma'am. If, else if, and else.
Which one? Someone answer? Which one, ma? Elif
If,
or
elif, ma'am.
Elif? Because we have three conditions. See, three possibilities. Either the number can be negative, or it can be positive, or
Yes,
even
ma'am.
three possibilities. See, very simple. In tale hege hodbeku andre nodid kudle you should guess. You should your automatic should view should go to output. Okay, how many possibilities of output I'll get? Three. Three means it is elif over. Next, some output only two possibilities. If else over. That's all. Okay. Suppose say I have the second program, determine whether the person is eligible to vote or not. Which statement?
But
Huh?
Nested, ma'am. Nested.
Nested. Why? Eligibility for voting for male and
Else,
female
just
all are
else.
above 18 only.
Else.
If else, if the age is 18, above 18, equal to above 18, isn't it? Equals 18, right? Or above 18, equals
Equal
to
to or
18.
greater than.
Yes, greater than or equal to 18, he is eligible to vote, else is not eligible. Over. If not eligible, so I have given you some task here. Display how many years are left to be eligible. Say for example, if I enter age 10, how many years are yet to come? Or how many?
8 years.
8. So how do I get that? 18 minus 10. Okay. So to check whether the given year is leap year or not, there are certain rules and regulations. Go through it. I'm giving this you as an assignment. To calculate the roots of a quadratic equation. Can anybody guess which statement I'm using here? Roots. How many roots are possible? Students.
LF, ma'am.
LF. How many roots are possible? Given a quadratic. 3. One is complex roots, equal roots, and real and distinct roots. Yes or no? So you can just work on this, right? Program to simulate simple calculator. So in your C and all, simple calculator you used to use what?
Switch.
Switch. But in Python, switch case is not present. Wherever you use switch case, you should shift to which conditional statement?
Elif.
Okay. So you design how you would design simple calculator. Okay. It's left to you. I leave it to you. Okay. This is simple program, but check how you can do it. It's asked in your exam. 1 or 2 here, I think they're asked in your exams. Try how can you do this program. Then write a program to read 2 points in a coordinate. 2 points in a coordinate plane. Yes. Check in which quadrant it lies. So if I enter 2 points as a coordinate it is not in. Check whether in which quadrant it lies. Okay. How many possibilities you will have? Given
4 possibilities.
that means to say 2 points, I mean to say X and Y. Yeah, I think some syntactical error there. Okay. How many quadrants we have based on the value of X?
4.
4 coordinates. Oh, sorry, 4 possibilities. Along with that, there's one more possibility. If I give 0, 0.
Origin.
So how many possibilities I have?
5.
So which one will you use?
Elif.
LF. How you should check. Okay. Yes. Find the type of the triangle. Okay. How many types of triangles you know?
3.
One is equilateral, one is
Isosceles
and then scaling. You know the conditions. Anyways, I will program this for you. This and this. I think even this. Okay. Check whether the character entered is oval or not. So what is a oval, you know? What are the vowels?
AEIOU.
So based on your programming, you can use which condition, it's left to you. Okay. Is it clear, students? Check
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Okay, first one, check whether the entered number is negative, positive, or equal to 0. So I want you people, I will type. Because, can you see the shell screen?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you people are following the comment sections. It checks whether the entered number is negative, comma, positive or equal to 0. Okay, give me what should I do first? Quickly. Students, quickly tell me what should I do?
number.
Num is equals to int input.
Okay, input.
Enter the number.
Enter the number.
Enter, sorry. What's wrong? I usually have the habit of giving slash in that, or you can give colon, something you should give here. Okay, two braces. Okay. Tell me, what should I use? Quickly. Quickly.
If NO is equal to positive.
If
Num. Num. What is your first condition?
Greater than
Well,
greater than 0.
Greater than 0. Then.
colon,
Then.
print,
Print
If you press enter, you can see automatically it will give you the indentation. So you do not have to worry. Okay. So print
The number is positive.
number is positive,
is, so how do I print? First I'll print the value of num. After that I should print the string. Number is positive, right? So by default, the two arguments will be separated by a
space,
two arguments. Num and positive will be separated by a
Comma.
space,
comma.
space. No comma. Comma is the format here. That's it. By default, SCP. You remember? By default, SCP keyword argument is what? Students. Okay. End is what, ma? End argument. Hello. Are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
mom voice,
End argument. Oh, is it? Okay. By default, end is what? End argument. Am I audible?
yes ma'am,
new line.
Okay, by new line. Okay. Like, what should I do? I press enter. What should I do now? Huh? See the cursor. The cursor is blinking here. What should I do?
remove the indentation,
Remove the indentation, which is to be followed after if. I mean, same to if. Okay. What should I give condition? Else?
elif,
Elif.
Elif
Okay. What's the condition that I give?
Number is less than 0.
number is less than 0,
And that less than 0. Print.
Number is negative.
Okay. Next.
Remove indentation.
Remove indentation. Then.
else,
Print number is 0.
Okay. I should not use elif again. Not required. Number is positive. Oh, sorry. If it is not positive, if not negative, definitely it should be 0 because 0 doesn't have any sign. Print. Number is equal to 0. And yes, students, let us run. Any mistakes? Or will I get correct answer? Enter the number. Okay, so I enter 6. What should be my answer?
Number is
Number
positive.
is
6 is
positive.
positive.
6 is
Num
positive.
is positive. 6
Yes.
is positive.
Run minus 6 is negative. Correct, students? So say 0, my answer 0 is equal to 0. Correct, students? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So I'll quickly run through, check whether the user is eligible to vote or not. If not, you know that you have to print how many years are left, right? If not eligible, print left out years. Okay. So instead of num, what should I read from the user?
Age.
Age. Okay. Quickly tell me what should I do here?
If
If
If age
age
is
greater than 18,
greater than equal to 18, I think you are the right person to tell. Equal to 18, you can vote or you cannot vote.
we can vote, ma'am.
You can vote. So greater than or equal to 18, colon. Okay. Print
User is eligible.
something. I'll just give eligible because it's running short of time. Eligible. Okay. What should I do?
Remove the indentation.
Equation. Then use elif or else block.
else,
Else.
Else
ma'am.
definitely is not eligible.
Print not eligible.
Print. So I'll give that he is right now not eligible. But I should print how many years is left out for him to vote. So how do I print that? Should I follow the same block or should I remove the block?
Same block.
If I remove, it will print even for eligible also. I want the left out years to be printed only for the not eligible year.
Same block.
Same block. Okay, don't remove the block. So print. Okay, I should print left out years. How do I calculate the left out years?
18 minus age.
Okay.
18
So
minus
let me
8.
print age, sorry, print left. I'm not giving you the right sentences. Left out years is equal to how many? 18
minus age.
Okay. Fine. Let us see whether it works for us. Okay. So enter the number. How old you all are? 20? All of you are 20? No answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think all of you are above 20 probably. Third year. You must be 21 now. Or 20, depends. Okay. 20 is eligible. ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಶಾಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಆನ್ಸರೇ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Okay. So how about this? Should we enter the age here? Anyways. Okay. What is this? What is the answer that I get?
Not eligible.
Not eligible.
And how many years are left for him?
6.
6.
6 years.
Okay. So not eligible, left out years is 6. Correct, students?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Which is the last one which I had to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Type of triangle. Quickly tell me. Type of triangle. What should I read? Check I think it's time up, I think. Yes, 11. Okay, yeah. We'll see this in the next class. Will you try doing it, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Triangle. Try doing it. It's very simple. What is the input to check the type of triangle?
Sides.
The sides.
So name it as, don't give ABC, side 1, side 2, side 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then if conditionally, if it is a equilateral triangle, what should be the condition?
Side 1 equal to side 2 equal to side
All
3.
3 sides should be equal. So you should not, so how will you give the expression for that? If expression hele, just the expression. If,
Side 1
can I give like
is equal to
double
side 2.
equals to double
Double is
equals like
equal to
this?
side 3.
Like this we can give?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we give? Will it work?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. You will only tell no, yes, everything. Then how do you check? How do I check?
S1 is double equal to S2
If side
and
1
S2
equals
double
to side 2 and side 1 equals to side 3.
And side 3 equals to side 1. Right? S1 to be equal to S2. If S1 and S2 are true, then S2 will check with S3. These two are true. Then S3 is, you cannot write like students, kindly observe that. If you want, you can check whether this is valid. Check. Okay? Fine. This is equilateral. How about isosceles? Two sides should be equal. Any two sides. So what is the condition?
or
What is the condition? Condition, students.
If S1 equal to S2 and S2 not equal to S3,
Any two sides. Okay. Any two sides to be equal. Can I replace and with or?
or S small.
Yes. Any two sides. See, any two sides. I don't know which are the two sides. S1 can be equal to S2 or S2 can be equal to S3 or S3 can be equal to S1.
Yes, ma'am.
Any two sides, sorry. Okay. Will you do it? I think it's time of your next classes also. Yes? Take a snapshot of this.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just put it in the Google Classroom. You can look into it. Any doubts, ma'am? I had to do looking anyways. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. 1 minute. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Thank you. 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes. You can quit. We'll see you in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Try to do this assignment. No?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Kindly quit the meeting.